Hey guys, welcome back to Car Truth. Today we're going to talk about the current car market and what that means for you. What is a market adjustment and how to buy in this current climate. Today we're going to talk about the truth about the car market. Now, today's car market is very, very complicated. We have supply chain shortages. We have the chip shortage that you've heard so much about. We have so many variables of factors that are making it hard for manufacturers to produce vehicles. And right now, dealerships are getting cars in spurts. Okay, they'll have none, they'll have a bunch, then they'll have none again. And depending on the type of car, the region that you live in, all that kind of stuff, it's going to make a big difference on the availability. So what does the car market really look like? Well, back in February, 82% of new vehicles purchased were for over MSRP. Over MSRP, 82%. So as a consumer, what that means for you is there's no deals, okay? There's just no deals out there right now. A lot of people come into my dealership and say things like, well, I'm not gonna pay a market adjustment. Well, yes and no, okay? But you've been paying market adjustments your entire life. You just didn't know it, okay? And what do I mean by that? Well, the market adjustments were the other direction, okay? Those market adjustments were down. When dealers sell cars for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 below MSRP with rebates and all this kind of stuff, those are market adjustments. They're just market adjustments in the favor of the consumer. And right now, the market adjustments are in the favor of the dealer, and some people are okay with that and they understand it, and some people aren't. So what are we looking at as far as a time frame here? How long is this going to last? Initially, when this first started, right? So in the pandemic, most manufacturers were saying 8 to 12 months, depends on, the pandemic, how long it's going to last. And then it was 12 to 18 months roughly. And now that pandemic is starting to really kind of wind down, but we also have this little thing going on with Ukraine and Russia. And now China is kind of getting involved in the background. That's not helping things, okay? So a lot of the chips that are manufactured in China can't get them. A lot of the textiles that are manufactured in and around Ukraine are not being moved because of the things that are going on over there. So it's a lot harder for manufacturers to get parts. So right now, at least for the dealership that I work for, we're expecting 3 to 4 years of this climate. Now, what does that mean for the consumer? The consumer is gonna basically not be getting many deals, and I apologize for my stutter there, but that's just kind of the reality of the situation, okay? And we're kind of bracing for not having 2 or 3 or 400 cars on this beautiful lot anytime soon. Now, right now, like my dealership, we just got a huge shipment of cars in. We're sitting at about 70 to 80 new cars right now. And you can see quite a few new cars behind me, okay? We've got some back here. But from where I'm standing, this is our holding lot. So from that fence all the way back to that white building used to be full of new cars. Okay. Right now, It's only about a quarter full of where it used to be. And we're probably going to see that for a while. And we may never get to inventory levels like we did before. I think manufacturers are starting to understand that, getting to those levels was bad business. It was supply and demand, and there was way more supply than there was demand, and they were just pumping out cars as quick as they could. My prediction is right now, at least in the US, rates are going up. That's going to hurt the car market, so we might see prices come down a little bit, but still expect to pay at MSRP or over for the next couple of years at least. If you can find a car at MSRP, don't go shopping and trying to find another one, because that car will be gone. It'll sell immediately, and you'll be stuck trying to find another car, probably with a markup on it. That coming from someone at a dealership that has a markup on almost every single a market adjustment, on every single model but one. Okay. It's going to keep happening. And, the cars are here to sell, and they're going to be gone. Okay. We have a couple of competitors here locally in town that are selling their vehicles at a much lower market adjustment than we are. But what that means is that as soon as that car comes in, or well before it comes in, it's gone. And so they don't have any cars to sell to people that walk in off the street, is where we have cars for people every day. And we do work a little bit on these. We're not sitting here asking the world and not going to move on them at all. But we're being realistic with what the market is asking for. And the used car market is just as bad. The used car market's up 38% in the last few months. And we're selling right now used Mercedes, Lexus, BMW, Porsche that are 1 year old, under 10,000 miles, for at or above their original MSRP. It is absolutely insane. So let's have a discussion down in the comments. Okay, let's do some comments down below. Subscribe, click that notification button, and I look forward to having more discussion about this in the comment section, and maybe do a live here coming up soon with some of these topics, and we can talk about it more then. This is Graham with Car Truth. We'll see you on the next one.